March 31st.
Watch the Florida Lotto drawing Saturday night at 11, only on NBC News 40. WTWC-TV, NBC News 40. This is your news.
Milosevic knows the phone number of NATO, and he knows where to call when he wants the strikes to stop.
This is Sandy Gilmore in Washington. American bombs could be crashing over Serbia at any time now. I'll have that report coming up.
And FSU President Sandy Dellenberg weighs in on Glade Whitney, the FSU professor who wrote the foreword in David Duke's autobiography.
Mike Rucker, join me in a few minutes in the Storm Track 40 Weather Center. We have another updated look at the springtime Tallahassee weather for Saturday. Stay with us. This is NBC News 40 at 11.
Good evening. I'm Kevin Christopher. Your top story tonight, a former member of the California Board of Regents backed legislation that did away with affirmative action there. Now Ward Connerly wants to do the same here. So far, Connerly, who is African American, has no allies in Florida's black community. However, the Association of Building Contractors supports him. They're part of a group working on a ballot initiative to change Florida's affirmative action policy. And black lawmakers say the wording of the ballot proposal is deceptive.
The will of these taxpayers and voters, their desire for quality education, their desire for secure employment, and their desire to participate in the American dream should be appreciated, acknowledged, and respected, not only by those of us who are elected and appointed officers in the state of Florida, but for all citizens as well.
The black lawmakers want Governor Bush and House and Senate leaders to join them in the fight to keep affirmative action. On the campus of Florida State, the answer to the question, what's next for Glade Whitney, is probably not much. Whitney is the FSU professor who wrote the foreword for David Duke's autobiography. The book, entitled My Awakening, marks a return to Duke's white supremacist roots. FSU President Sandy Dellenberg says he doesn't agree with Whitney's contribution, but there's not much he can do about it.
I was upset to hear that a professor at FSU was making those statements, so that's clearly my first reaction. My second one is, hey, wait just a minute, this is free speech.
Dr. Dellenberg says although Whitney is an FSU professor, it would be inappropriate for the university administration to try and control what he says off campus. People who specifically target women as crime victims might soon be prosecuted under Florida's hate crime laws. A Senate committee adopted legislation today that would do just that. The bill, sponsored by Senator Mandy Dawson-White of Fort Lauderdale, would add gender to the list of hate crimes victims. The list now includes race, color, ancestry, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, national origin, mental or physical disability, and advanced age. Some area students are getting a unique view of the dangers of drinking and driving. This is Chrysler's drunk driving simulator. Students at Godby High School took the specially designed vehicle for a cruise around the parking lot. And the car simulates what it's like to drive after you've been drinking. The challenge is trying to avoid hitting any cones which represent pedestrians. Students at Leon get to take the vehicle out for a test drive tomorrow. On Wednesday, students at Maclay High get behind the wheel. Nationwide, statistics show nearly 32% of all deaths for people ages 15 to 20 result from motor vehicle crashes. Almost 2 out of 5 of those crashes involve alcohol. It's been about a week since efforts to put a new medical school at FSU seemed all but dead. But some state lawmakers, led by FSU alum and House Speaker John Thrasher, are working to keep the med school dream alive. As we told you last week, the Board of Regents decided Florida doesn't need another medical school. Instead, many universities, such as FSU, would keep operating feeder schools. But some state lawmakers say Florida needs another medical school, and FSU is the place to build it.
Feeder schools are just the first year of medical school. Fortunately, FSU for 30 years has had a one-year feeder school. Schools like that have problems with financing when they get off the ground. They have problems with accreditation. They have problems with quality of instruction and quality of students.
Representative Peden isn't saying how he and other lawmakers plan to save the medical school, but he says the new doctors would mean he says new doctors would provide medical assistance to nearly 3.5 million people around the state who can't get proper medical care. The images are indelibly etched in our minds. Hurricane Andrew, killer tornadoes in central Florida, and the countless wildfires. In the blink of an eye, a natural disaster can rip apart homes, friends, and families. In tonight's Tallahassee 2000 report, watch how our homes of the future will be better able to withstand natural disasters. It is devastating to lose your home to the forces of nature. Precious mementos can be lost in the fury of a storm. The way we build homes and what we use hasn't really changed much in the last 50 years. But what about tomorrow? The Heitzmans live in a home of the future, a test home built by the National Association of Home Builders Research Lab. It's sturdy, energy efficient, and environmentally friendly. These beautiful wood floors are actually made from recycled wood pallets.
We kind of like the idea that we can have wood floors and yet not feel like we're killing a bunch of trees.
How about roofing material made out of old computer cases? At the NAHB lab, everything from plastic wood to tubs and faucets are put under a battery of tests.
3, 2, 1.
And look at this. Researchers at Texas Tech are discovering how well concrete stands up to 200-mile-an-hour winds. Composites of wooden plastic or wooden concrete are under research, as are concrete form panels, lightweight concrete, and steel. In fact, just 6 recycled cars can be used to frame a house. The key is making these materials affordable enough to build a disaster-proof home.
As we create composite materials, they will be more affordable, and people will have a better sense of safety and security.
As costs come down and builders become more experienced with new materials, futuristic homes under research today will reach mainstream America by the year 2010. Along with disaster-proof homes, the experts tell us these new materials will also be virtually maintenance-free, giving us more time to spend with our friends and families. Well, our string of absolutely terrific weather continues. Mike Ruckers in the Storm Track 40 Weather Center with your first look at the forecast. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Kevin. Very nice weather again this afternoon for sure. And I was out in Tallahassee tonight. A lot of folks coming by saying, Mike, is it going to stay this cool at night for a while? Yes, it is for a little while, and we're going to love it. But it won't be long. It'll be heating up for sure. We remember last year how hot it got in May. Anyway, we have high pressure sitting on top of us right now, and this afternoon it gave us a little bit of a milder temperature regime across the southeast. Temperatures made it into the mid and upper 70s tomorrow, possibly hitting 80 degrees. Notice the low pressure system to our north. It's been scattering some showers and a few thunderstorms. These are moving eastward across Tennessee, Kentucky into the Virginias tonight and missing us to the north. Here's the Storm Track 40 satellite and Doppler radar composite of the southeast, and you can see the showers and thunderstorms moving right across Tennessee and moving right around us to the north. This weather system's not expected to affect us right away. These were the high temperatures across Florida today. Very nice, mid to upper 70s here, except along the beaches, and central and south Florida in the low 80s. So is this weather going to last? And what about Saturday's springtime Tallahassee parade weather? I've got another look at it in a few minutes, Kevin.
Okay, Mike, thank you. Authorities in Azerbaijan have detained a Russian cargo plane that may have been carrying MiG jet fighters to Yugoslavia. That tops your national news tonight. When the Russian cargo plane arrived in the capital, customs agents discovered 6 MiG jets and other military equipment. The plane's crew first said they were headed to Yugoslavia, which would be forbidden under an international arms embargo. Later, they changed their story, saying the equipment was headed to North Korea. The crew members have refused to say where their flight originated or give any other details. Authorities say they suspect they are mercenaries. Meanwhile, NATO bombs could be falling soon on Serbian troops in Kosovo and other targets in and around the Yugoslavian capital of Belgrade. An 11th-hour diplomatic effort by Special U.S. Envoy Richard Holbrooke failed to convince the Yugoslav president to abide by the peace deal signed early by Kosovo representatives, calling for NATO peacekeeping troops to be stationed there. The war could start at any time. Here's Sandy Gilmore with the very latest. Good evening, Sandy.
Good evening from Washington. American bombs and missiles could begin crashing over Serbia at any time now. The orders are out and the planes are ready to fly. After Serbs rejected the U.S. ultimatum to accept the Kosovo peace accord, NATO's Secretary General in Brussels authorized a series of bombing attacks.
I have just directed the Supreme Allied Commander Europe, General Clark, to initiate their operations in the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia.
In a speech today, the president said military action was morally right, in the interests of the U.S., and needed to stop more Serbian killing of ethnic Albanians in Kosovo who want independence.
We have done everything we could do to solve this issue peacefully.
Halfway to Washington, Russian Prime Minister Yevgeny Primakov dramatically turned his plane around, canceling his scheduled U.S. visit, apparently in protest over the planned bombing of Russia's old ally. The first attack will be U.S. cruise missiles fired at strategic targets in and around Belgrade. Next, if Milosevic doesn't give in, will come stealth fighter attacks with precision-guided bombs. And later, when weather improves, more sustained bombing of Serb forces.
Milosevic knows the phone number of NATO, and he knows where to call when he wants the strikes to stop.
Tonight, the Senate passed a resolution authorizing the president to conduct the airstrike. 3 Democrats and 38 Republicans voted against it, saying it was a mistake. Officials won't say, but it's imminent, severe. In Washington,
from Allied nations waiting field in the Florida. Schools. Wildlife refuge is on your itinerary. Be careful out there, because a 6-foot bird with an attitude is on the loose. Now here are tonight's closing stock prices on a day the Dow took a huge hit, losing more than 200 points.
Hi folks, Preston Scott for the leader, Tallahassee Ford. I'm here at the Collision Center located with Tallahassee Ford West. We've combined state-of-the-art equipment and products with our I-CAR Gold certified staff to produce the finest body repair facility in the area. The Collision Center repairs all makes and uses special paint booths, laser-sighted frame alignment, Sikkens refinishing products, and state-of-the-art repair estimating to assure repairs to original factory specifications on all makes and models.
Ooh. Wow.
People used to joke about how dumb I was, and now everybody's like, you better listen to him because he's pretty smart. I never used to think that anybody would call me smart.
At Sylvan Learning Center, success isn't just how well a student does, but how good a student feels.
I'm so excited about school, and I'll keep on wanting to go. I never want to miss one day of school because I'm so excited about my grades that I just gotta wiggle.
Call Sylvan. Our personalized programs help 8 out of 10 students improve their math or reading skills by 1 full grade level in only 5 months.
My mom brought me the envelope, and it had the university seal on it, and I opened it, and the first word in the letter said congratulations, and I just started screaming, I made it in, I made it in.
Sylvan also offers personalized college prep programs. Choose from SAT, ACT prep, study skills, or advanced reading skills. To help your child succeed, call Sylvan Learning Center today at 1-800-246-3034. Success is learned.
Florida A&M University gets 25 new computers, compliments of State Farm insurance companies. FAMU is one of 25 historically black colleges and universities chosen to receive the computer donations. The computers will be distributed based on the needs of students. State Farm has contributed more than $2 million in grants to African American students and communities over the past 25 years. A Jefferson County lawmaker is being honored for helping care for sick and injured people. State Representative Jane Gale Boyd is one of 4 state lawmakers being recognized by the Florida Rural Health Association. The Monticello Democrat, who is also a registered nurse, is one of the sponsors of the Rural Hospital Capital Improvement Bill, which is designed to keep the state's 27 rural hospitals open. Now to a story about a 6-foot-tall, 200-pound bird with an attitude. An emu is roaming around St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge, and it snaps, hisses, and tries to peck and kick visitors. Now, rangers are trying to trap the emu with dog food, but so far, that hasn't worked. And it's going to be tough to catch the bird because it moves so quickly. The emu can also cause big problems for wildlife because it invades their sanctuaries and eats their food. Did I mention it's also a road hazard?
And I saw this large bird running down the side of the road. So I immediately slowed way down, not wanting to have an emu collision.
The emu will be offered to a zoo if it can be captured. Well, if you can stay out of that bird's way, it was a gorgeous day to be down in St. Mark's Wildlife
Refuge. I think emu and any kind of human enjoys the weather right now. It was nice being in Tallahassee tonight when the weather's this good. Nobody gives me a hard time, you know? Yep. We'll check out the forecast the rest of the week and that springtime Tallahassee weather when we come back.
Get ready for extra values. Get ready for Toyota's National Spring Sales Event.
All of us are very dedicated, or we would not be doing what we're doing.
When you go to work at a nursing home, you have to comfort them and let them know that you're there for them. I really love it. I really do.
It just makes your heart just say, well, it's all worth it.
Your legislature is working with Florida's nursing homes to improve care for Florida's precious elders. They deserve your thanks and your support.
I love you, and they just smile, and they be happy when I leave them. Yeah.
During the Breakout Sales Event, you can lease this loaded new 99 Ranger for just $156 a month. Just see your Southern Ford dealer soon, because when the Breakout Sales Event is over, what's there to cheer about?
It's the way the right smile can see you through an entire day. The way you like being treated special, because deep down you are. The way you feel when you have a choice, even if sometimes you can't make up your mind. And for over 30 years, it's the way our sandwich artists don't just make sandwiches, they create them. So you can always get exactly what you want, which is more than can be said about most things in life. Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
I love this. This is what college basketball is all about. State and Tech are tied. Williams going to the line. You talk about pressure.
It's Nissan's Tournament Time Sales Event. Your big chance to get a great deal on a 99 Nissan. Like $2,000 cash back on the powerful 190 horsepower Nissan Maxima. Or $1,500 cash back on the remarkably sophisticated Nissan Altima. So drop whatever you're doing because the Tournament Time Sales Event ends March 31st.
We love these cool nights and hope they do continue because it'll be hot before we know it. Clear and not quite as cold as last night, but still I think we'll see around 38 to 40 in the morning, so we'll enjoy that. If you like it cool, it's your kind of weather. Right now it's already 46 degrees at this 11 o'clock hour after a high this afternoon of 76. 89% humidity, the wind is calm, pressure rising 30.10 inches of mercury. Dr. Ronald Saff has been measuring some heavy pollen here as of late, bothering a lot of folks. A very high category from trees today, moderate from grasses and weeds, and mold spores still measuring high. No new news there, that's for sure. On the Storm Track 40 Doppler radar tonight, nothing showing up. We have clear skies and nothing expected through tomorrow. Now, we do expect possibly a few showers on Thursday afternoon and Thursday night as a weak weather system comes our way. This is a low pressure trough right here, which is passing us by to the north, and there's another little disturbance over Texas, not creating very much yet. There's a stronger system trying to get its act together over the Rockies, and these two will move eastward and possibly give us a few weak showers on Thursday. I don't see that much right now. Here's the rain passing us to the north tonight, right across the Tennessee River Valley into the Virginias, where we have a few showers and thunderstorms. It started out as snow for a brief while in West Virginia this morning. Snowed a couple of inches, then it changed over to rain. Here's the low pressure moving across Tennessee there, creating that weather. And again, it's going around this ridge of high pressure. With high pressure sitting on top of us, it creates a clear air environment. The air is sinking instead of lifting, and so therefore we're missing the rain. So we're waiting on the weather system out here to come moving eastward across the country to give us those few showers on Thursday, but it may clear out in time for the springtime Tallahassee parade weather on Saturday, and I'll have those details in just a minute. Around the country, the temperatures have been pretty nice today, especially in the southeast, where we enjoy temperatures mid to upper 70s right around us. Atlanta up to 73 degrees this afternoon, nice there, and central and south Florida, we're in the low to mid 80s. I'll detail that 5-day forecast. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
A creation cast out of luxury. The 1999 Lincoln Continental, molded to fit perfectly into your budget. Only $4.99 a month. Plus, right now, we'll waive your first month's payment as well as your security deposit. Lincoln Continental. Only $4.99 a month with first month's payment and security deposit waived. Form a new opinion about what you deserve. Lincoln, what a luxury car should be.
Here's our southeast weather tonight, and I'll put this into motion going from tonight into Thursday morning. You can see a secondary front will drop down and will push the other one toward us by Thursday night into Friday, giving us a few scattered showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two, but it looks weak right now. Again, tonight's forecast clear, not quite as cold. Low temperature in the morning around 38 to 40 as it looks now. Mostly sunny and warm tomorrow. Rapid warm up again. We'll go for a high of 78 to 80 in the afternoon. Sunrise 6:37, sunset 6:51 for tomorrow. And on the beach and boating weather, it looks mostly sunny. Water temperature still averaging around 64, 70 degrees the air temperature expected at the beaches tomorrow. The wind light and variable in the morning, becoming southerly in the afternoon, 5 to 12 knots. Seas offshore running 1 to 3 feet, and the bays and inlets will have just a light chop. So it looks pretty good on the beach weather again tomorrow. Here's that 5-day forecast from the Storm Track 40 Weather Center. 38 to 40 in the morning, but all the way up to near 80 tomorrow afternoon, and then 49 and 80 Thursday. And again, forecasting a chance of a few scattered showers Thursday afternoon into Thursday night, maybe a thunderstorm, and then ending Friday morning and turning cooler. Friday looks like 50 and 69, and for the second day in a row, we're still forecasting pretty good weather for springtime Tallahassee parade. A little cool to start with at 42 and a high near 70, so even though it looks cooler, well, it'll be pretty nice. 45 and 68 Sunday may cloud up with a few scattered showers by Sunday afternoon.
Looks good, Mike.
Yes, it does.
All right, FSU baseball, and what's next for FSU quarterback Jared Jones? Jim Taylor will have those stories and the rest of the day in sports right after this.
They're off, and the race is on. It's your Florida Lottery Fantasy 5 game for Tuesday, March 23rd, 1999. Match all 5 numbers from the racetrack and win thousands and thousands of dollars. Bridget Odgers selects tonight's Fantasy 5 numbers. The first number is 21. The second number is 5. The third number is 4. The fourth number, 15. And the last number is 3. It's 2 games in 1, and you could win $1 million with the Florida Lottery's instant game, Win a Million. Match 3 like amounts in Game 1, win that amount. In Game 2, match any of your numbers with a winning number and win the prize for that number. Win up to 8 times on each ticket with Win a Million from the Florida Lottery. All drawings supervised by Lottery Security, certified by Valiente Hernandez and Company. Tonight's numbers 21, 5, 4, 15, and 3. Good night and good luck, Florida.
The following is rated R for rugged. Bad to the bone. The rugged Chevy S10. So bad, it's back at $179 a month. $179. Zero down.
Zero down.
An over $14,000 truck. $179 a month.
$179.
Zero down.
Zero down.
Chevy S10. As rugged as you want to be. $179. Zero down.
You are go for a pizza delivery.
There's a better way to deliver oven-fresh pizza. The Domino's Heat Wave, the bag that works like a portable oven for the best-tasting Domino's ever. Domino's delivering 1 million smiles a day. It's Domino's Mega Deal. Get any pizza, any size, with any toppings for just $8.99. That's right, $8.99. Add an order of wings for just $4 more. Call Domino's now.
Seems like everyone is getting ready for Toyota's National Spring Sales Event. Get ready for big-time savings you can't find anywhere else. Get ready for a new Toyota Tacoma and save up to $3,250. Big savings in one powerful Toyota pickup. Toyota's National Spring Sales Event is for a limited time only, so come on, see your Toyota dealer now. Get ready to be impressed.
And here we go. The Seminole pitching staff isn't getting all the publicity thanks to hitting streaks and home runs, but they're doing pretty well. In fact, this pitching staff is on pace to break a 15-year-old school record for most strikeouts in a season. FSU taking on Akron this evening. Chris Smith getting the midweek start. Only gave up 3 hits and 5 2/3 innings work. Had 5 strikeouts in the game. Chris Whidden came on during the 6th, pitched out of a couple of jams. A K ends the 6th inning. Then in the 7th, 2 on, Whidden gets another K to end that threat. A couple of streaks still going on. Matt Diaz and Jeremiah Klosterman continue their hitting streaks, but Akron can play some D. They get Kevin Cash at 3rd, even though he was called safe. And later on, they throw Brett Groves out trying to steal. Nice throw, nice tag, but pitching carries FSU to a 7-4 win, 11 Ks among 4 pitchers.
My arm will probably be a little sore after 100 pitches thrown. I haven't did that all this year yet, but my changeup really helped me out there tonight. You know, it was working. It was the only pitch pretty much going over the plate going into the last few innings that I was pitching.
More baseball. A former Gator is trying to find a home in the big leagues. Brad Wilkerson was Florida's Mr. Everything last year, an All-American pitcher plus a power hitter. Montreal drafted him in the 2nd round, and now the Expos want to turn him into a first baseman. Manager Felipe Alou likes Wilkerson's talent and attitude.
It's just like starting off at Florida, at the University of Florida. Being a freshman, you had to prove yourself and get to the top like I did. And that's what I have to do here to be notarized like I was at Florida. You have to get to the top and you have to start and serve your dues, and that's what it takes.
To football, he's Florida State's quarterback of the future, and redshirting this fall gets him another year of eligibility. But coaches will not think that far ahead yet with sophomore Jared Jones. Jones is currently working with the second-team receivers, and Coach Bowden is pleased with the way he's been playing this spring. Coaches could redshirt Jones in the fall, but Coach Bowden won't decide on that until Chris Winkie comes back. Meanwhile, Jones has been reminiscing with Marcus Outson about his first week of spring practice.
Peter Bower, Renard Wilson, and Andre Wadsworth on the front line and coming at him every play. And he said he doesn't know how lucky I am to have a green jersey back there. So, yeah, definitely with our defense being as rough as they are, I'm glad to have a green jersey on.
At FAMU, Coach Billy Joe expects Quinn Gray to be his starting QB. None of the Rattler quarterbacks have much experience, but they'll get plenty of help on this year's team. FAMU's top receivers are back, and Gray knows all he has to do is get them the ball.
Right now, I'm the #1 guy. I just got to be able to move this offense, produce points, and show them that I can be a leader on this team and run the offense without a doubt. Coach Billy has told me what his expectations are, and hopefully I'll be able to live up to those expectations.
How about some hockey? The Tallahassee Tiger Sharks consider tonight's game to be the biggest one of the year. Tallahassee and Mobile are tied for the final playoff spot, so the winner takes a 2-point lead with 5 games to go to Mobile. They take the lead early on a power play goal. The Sharks down 1-0, but Tim Chase would answer the call in the second period. Tim Chase, his 9th goal of the year. Kobeza and Krovo-Puskov get the assist. This one would go to the end of regulation 1-1, but the Mystics, Mobile, would win in a shootout. And what does that mean for the standings? Let's check them out. Mobile is now in 11th place. They're 1 point ahead of the Tiger Sharks, 64 points to 63 with 4 games left. So the Sharks are going to have it tough to get into the playoffs. Best game in the NBA tonight. Less than 2 minutes to go with the Jazz and Heat. Hornacek to Ostertag. The Jazz come back and take the lead over Miami, but the Heat come right back. Timmy Hardaway nails a three-pointer. Could the Jazz answer in their own house? Let's see if Brian Russell can throw it up there. Another feed from Hornacek. It goes up, it goes in. The Heat lose to the Jazz 84-81. So a big night in sports.
And I'm glad to see that Brad Wilkerson got notarized down there.
I guess he had to get the little seal from somebody, didn't he?
I didn't know the Expos had a notary. It was one of the worst oil spills in history. Now on a birthday of sorts, watch these 3 lucky otters who beat the odds and survived.
Hi folks, Preston Scott for the leader, Tallahassee Ford. We're still the leader because Tallahassee Ford stays on the leading edge of customer service by offering 2 complete dealerships to serve you. Here at the West location on West Tennessee Street and White Drive, or the East location on Magnolia Drive, we offer the same quality service. Factory-trained master technicians and the latest diagnostics at both locations.
Thinking of replacing carpet or vinyl and confused by salesmen comparing apples to oranges? Come by ABC, your Mohawk Color Center, and let us help educate you on fiber, styles, and texture. Mohawk and Mannington have set the industry standard for quality the last 50 years. Mannington vinyls are second to none, and Mannington wood floors are of superior quality. Mohawk is so sure of their quality, they give a 60-day, no-questions-asked warranty on their carpet. ABC at the corner of Bluntstown Highway in West Tennessee. Call 575-2233.
Helping create a better community. Where there's a will, there's a way. Goodwill.
People helping people every day.
Reaching out to your neighbor with a helping hand.
We're working together for the family of man.
Helping create a better community. Goodwill.
How can you tell when spring has arrived? The Hondas are in bloom. Lease a '99 Accord LX at the very special price of $219 a month for 36 months.
A bank that you can talk to, a bank that shares your dreams. That's Farmers and Merchants Bank. That's FNB. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, for you and your family. Banking good enough to last a lifetime. FNB.
NBC News 40 and the Florida Lottery are proud to bring you closed captioning for the hearing impaired during our 6 and 11 p.m. newscasts.
Finally on your news tonight, 3 otters who survived one of the worst oil spills in American history celebrate a birthday of sorts. The otters came to the Shed Aquarium in Chicago exactly 10 years ago today. They nearly died when the Exxon Valdez ran aground, spilling more than 10 million gallons of oil near Alaska's Prince William Sound in 1989. The baby otters were brought to the aquarium to recover from the ordeal, and through the careful attention of aquarium employees, all 3 are doing just fine. How are we doing for our morning drive, Mike?
Oh, looking pretty good, Kevin and Jim. In the morning, we should start out around 38 to 40. Sunrise at 6:37. Sunshine throughout the morning, warming us up in a hurry. 74 by lunchtime and near 80 tomorrow afternoon. Here's another look at that 5-day forecast in case you're planning toward the weekend. And again, the weather's looking pretty good for the Springtime Tallahassee Parade. A little cool start, but nice in the afternoon. All right, thanks. All right.
That's your news for now. For all of us at NBC News 40, I'm Kevin Christopher. Now stay tuned for The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Good night.
For watching NBC, America's